Hi, it's Patricia at Huntress Habits, and today while I was on Facebook I saw where someone was wanting to know how to put down something on paper, and with using a transfer tape or with a transfer tape, and how it's not supposed to tear the paper. Well, sometimes you can use those pieces of transfer tape that you have used many times and that it's lost some of its sticky, or you can use a product called Glad Press and Seal. You can get this at any store, any grocery store. They usually have it. If not, go to my Amazon page on my website and you will find it there. I'm using CRICUT Adhesive Fall, and I chose it instead of something else. Now, if I was using glitter adhesive, it would be a little bit more difficult because your glitter adhesive is hard enough to pick up. So, since people have asked for, it can be done, but you have to kind of do what you see me doing right here. And you kind of have to feed it onto the Glad. Now, what I was going to do was go ahead and get this layer down before I started the camera. And I thought, I'm going to stop and go ahead and do it. Okay. It's just a simple birthday card. I'm doing it as a 5x7. I will put this file in my Patreon files so that it can be shared with others. And you lay it down on your paper just like you would any other transfer tape. Burnish it, whether you use a credit card or the opposite side of a butter knife or CRICUT's tools, is up to you. Now, I'm using CRICUT card paper and I'm on the textured side, and here we go. Now, like I said before, you may have to feed it sometimes or either go back in there and burnish it a little bit more, but you don't see it tearing my paper. And just as sure as I say that, it will happen. So I'm trying to not let the paper hear me, okay? I'll talk a little bit softer. You think that's possible? Some of my last videos have been because I was helping someone. And sometimes I don't always explain things well. So I just go make a video and show it to them that way. And I'm sure there's videos out there that use the Glad Press and Seal. I'm sure I've probably seen it. I think Melody Lane uses it when she does her, the framed words. I know I saw her then, but I saw it before that. Okay, now I hate to layer things, and I don't know why I did that. Now I could go and use this one again, because it's still pretty sticky, but I'm not. I'm going to go ahead and use a fresh piece for this one. Okay. There's one little piece there that, y'all know when you're weeding adhesive foil or when you're cutting adhesive foil, you might want to always change your setting from default. Now this stuff has a sticky side and then a non-sticky side, just like any adhesive, because that's what it is. And we're going to burnish it just like we would our transfer. It tears a little bit, so you have to be careful. Now, as I was saying, when you're using adhesive foil, I learned the hard way. When I first got my CRICUT, I thought, okay, I need a challenge. So I got one of those intricate cuts of the elephant, and I, inserted the image. I was brave, and took away all the white areas, and I printed it, and it took an hour to print, and I thought, oh my God, I've done something wrong. No, I hadn't, and I started weeding, but somewhere along the way, someone had failed to tell me that when you're doing adhesive foil, or any kind of foil actually, you want to change from default to, I think the term is, let me look on my computer, I want to make sure that I'm telling you right. I've still got this pulled up. Oh, I will have to connect though for it to come up. I'll keep talking while it connects. Where it asks for your material, put your custom setting in, and then search for the word foil by browsing all materials. And that's what I'm doing right now. When you see my arm, looking over at my computer, and I think I typed the word foil correctly. Yes, I did. I spelled it right. First thing that comes up, adhesive foil. When I click on that and say done, it comes up with the pressure. Custom material set to adhesive foil. Then you've got default, and hit that arrow beside the default, and it gives you more or less. I couldn't remember if it was high or low. Anyway, so put it on more, or you could, instead of ejecting the mat, I don't know if that A is going to stick or not. Instead of ejecting the mat, cut it twice. But I found that if I just put it on more, sometimes you got to help them get started. Kind of like with a wore out transfer. But one thing's for sure, this is not going to tear my paper. Now I keep saying that. Remember, shh, don't listen, paper. But if I get these big pieces up, then I'll worry about the little pieces. It worked best that way with the blue cupcakes on it. Took me a while to find my adhesive foil I didn't want to open up a new package. I'm hoping by the weekend I will have time to sit down and make a video on who won my giveaway for my 200 subscribers. It ended, and I'll be doing a video to announce the winner in hopes that they contact me and I can get all the information to send it to them. I was glad that I ended the stipulation that a winner would be picked within 7 days after the contest ended, because it's been a week. I could tell you all the negative things that happened, but you could go find me on Facebook. Not my Huntress Habit page necessarily, but my personal page, which I'm just as public on it as I am my Huntress Habits page. But I tend to talk more about my dad and situations that happened dealing with dementia and a 92-year-old. We have unstuck my van this week, locked my keys in my car, Had to get a new battery. And most of that was Monday, Sunday and Monday. And then I didn't get a babysitter so I could go to my godson's wedding. That upsets me. But I would have worried the whole time I was gone and not really enjoyed myself and maybe been a damper to others. So I thought, well, it's probably best that I just stay. Okay, here we go. We've almost got it. Now you got to be patient with this stuff. But it works. And you don't tear your paper. And I tore my W. Oh, I tore my W. We'll make another. Might make it in a different color. Just so I can tell them it's because I tore it. You know, handmade doesn't have to be perfect. That's why we hand make it, is to give it that personal touch. Okay, now like I said with layering, and I could have picked some bolder letters, but I wanted you to see that it can be done. Be a little bit more careful than me sticking it down. Okay, layering while you've got a camera above your head doesn't always come out straight. So, and I didn't put any registration marks, so I'm just using the corners of these cupcakes to be my guide. In hopes. Well, I got it a little off, not bad. Oh, I lost my end. What happened to my end? It's probably stuck on my fingers. It's not over here. It's probably underneath one of these. Oh, here it is. Here it is. You know, it's one of those letters that you go hunting for. Okay, let's just leave it right there. And go ahead and burnish this and get this off, and then we'll place it. That's the good thing. But you didn't have to do every object, every cut piece like that. Oh, I think I lost a little sprinkle too in the process. Okay, I probably did that when I was weeding. See how easy it comes off? And I will go print another W. But just so you can see the finished product, we will put this broken W in there. Oh, a little high. Now this will be what tears my paper. Okay. Close. There we go. I keep a little cloth also here, so when I really want to burnish full, it scratches. This was one of my mother's handkerchiefs that was made for her. It's been around for a long time. But you know, these will scratch that foil, so Be careful. Okay, and then I'll place this on my card. And I have a birthday card. It'll flow this way. Let's see, I have one over here, I think. That I have. Do I? Nope, I haven't made the card and envelope yet. Okay, here we go. So, I hope you learned something from that. Remember, glad, press and seal. Have a great day. Love y'all.